Another quick English game here, and this goes with the automatic English plan, as we had our instructor NM Mark Bernanke in his English video show. And I've faced this line a few times in practice. And when I look in the database, there's not that many games. I mean, like in the Lee Chess database, there's less than 20 games in this position. And I think rightfully so. Because black's not going to get everything he wants here in a big attack. But white can just stick to his general plan, and black's going to be in trouble and overextended. So I'm going to go d3 just to stop e4. All right, now bishop g5. And I like this move, following in the footsteps of Neil MacDonald from 1986, because I don't feel that the bishop is going to be useful on d2. The standard plan in this position for white is rook b1, a3, b4. Typically when the bishop goes to d2, it's because black is fianchettoed and the bishop is protecting the knight from any e4 type discoveries. So I'm going to choose the more aggressive option here. I also potentially have knight d5 or taking a knight d5 where my knight can improve. The closed nature of the position, I'm okay with trading the b. Castle, castle. Now the standard plan, rook b1. And black's just making normal, easy to understand moves. a3, a5, okay, trying to stop my plan with b4. Now here's the critical moment. How do we make the plan work anyway? And at this point, we've got 2 games in the database. When I'm checking it, my move did pop up first for a second, and now it's second. And it has not been played, so this is a novelty. But it's a very logical novelty as we get this structure in the English constantly. I want to make b4 work. How do you make b4 work? We need another guy. Who's the guy? This is our guy. He's going to go to e1. Then he's going to go to c2. And our knights are working with the rook and the pawn to slam b4. So knight e1. My opponent goes, you know what, I'm developed. Can't play in the center. You took care of that. Can't play on the queen side. That's your side of the board. So I'm supposed to be playing on the king side. But I don't see a way to coordinate an efficient attack for black. So that's why I feel overall that this line just isn't good. He plays f4. You got to speculate. You got to try things. And I could have changed gears here and taken on f4, where this position's just much better for white. But I tend to be hyper-focused on my plan. My opponent just trades a pawn. I've been okay with making that trade the entire time if h6, and especially with the pawn on h6. It's going to be it's going to be impossible. It's not going to be it's impossible for black to utilize the h-file now. I get my plan. And it seems like there's a little discovery here, but I'll just move. And key moment. What do you do? Hopefully you see the tactical motif. Rook takes e7 as we're deflecting the queen away from the rook. And white will be up a substantial amount of material. So my opponent resigned. Now, I'm seeing a trend as I go through quite a number of opening books. And authors will give coverage to different lines. And they'll beat some lines to death, but other lines they will give little to no coverage. These are the types of lines. So say this early f5. I believe that it should only be a footnote and all you need is to understand the plan. I want to play for my b4 break. I believe bishop g5 is the most accurate move, and then we go for rook b1, a3, b4 after castling. Simple, effective. You get a better position with white. I don't know what the position is for black. A lot of positions in chess, you just need the snapshot of what do I do against this. This is how I personally study openings. I know what to do against this snapshot. The positions that are not snapshots, you need to actually train, use repetition. Like Chessable software with repetition is perfect for going over and over and over. So if you have questions about what's a snapshot position and what's not, you can see it in my books. I talk about the concept of the memory marker. The memory marker for me here is the plan. I know what the plan is. I don't forget it from that point. I had to drill, but I got it. When you're playing a more complex position, like in our previous game, when there's a lot of tactical, nasty variations, that is the type of position you need to drill over and over and over to get a great feel for what to do in a practical game. You only need one idea here. So hopefully I have gotten the point across of what you need to study in opening books versus what you need to have a general idea of. This is a general idea position because white's better and you need one plan. That's it. Hopefully you enjoyed it.